how AI sees the world. So all current machine learning systems use something called tensors. Now, what is a tensor? Here's what it is. It's a container for data. It's like a list. It's just a general concept for a list you can think of it as. There's different dimensions of tensors: rank 0, rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, rank 5, etc. So a rank 0 tensor is literally just a number. You can think of it like a single number in a list is a rank 0 tensor. 0, 1, 2, 3, it's just a single piece of data. Rank 1 tensor is an array. So it's a list of numbers, or like a list of data. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like one-dimensional. You could think of this as a point, 0-dimensional. I guess that would be one-dimensional. Rank 1 tensor is like a list, so like a 2-dimensional flat plane. Then a rank 2 tensor is a list of lists, so like a 3-dimensional object sort of, where you have list 1, list 2, list 3, etc. And then just keeps going from there. So like rank 3 would be a list of lists. It would just go one level deeper. And the reason this matters and why you need to know this is because this is how AI models see the world. They see everything in sets of numbers. Images are converted to a representation of numbers. Text is converted to a representation of numbers. All the data looks like this in some form for a model to learn. So then it can just apply mathematical operations and stuff and learn a transformation from one set of numbers to another. So now for some key attributes of a tensor. A tensor has 3 key parts. The first one is the number of axes, which is the rank. So a rank 3 tensor has 3 axes. A matrix has 2. In NumPy, this is the numbers MDIM, the number of dimensions. The next key attribute is the shape. So this is a tuple of integers describing how many dimensions the tensor has. So the previous matrix example has the shape 3 by 5, and a rank 3 tensor has the shape 3 by 3 by 5. So a data type called the D type is the next attribute, and this is the type of data contained in the tensor. So a tensor can be float 16, which is a 16-bit float, float 32, float 64, etc. It's just the data stored in this tensor. So the number of dimensions, the number of axes, the shape, which describes those axes, and then the data type, which describes each of those axes, like what's actually stored there. So in the example from the first lesson, we had this line right here, which I already have written out, and this loads the data set into these variables, if you remember. So we can actually check, let me just copy this really quickly. So we can check the number of dimensions. Let me code cell. So as we can see, the number of dimensions in this data is 3. If you remember, that means that this is a rank 3 tensor. We can check the shape. Let me try to copy that. So it's not the shape, it's the data type. I'll have to correct that. But there we go. So dot shape. And as we can see, it's 60,000 samples and 28 by 28. So 60,000, 28, 28. This is the shape that represents the data. And then we can do the data type, which is a 8-bit unsigned integer. So we have a rank 3 tensor right here of 60,000 matrices of 28 by 28 8-bit integers. Each matrix is a grayscale image with the coefficient between 0 and 255. Now we can use this code to look at the fourth digit in the rank 3 tensor. Digit equals that, plt show. Okay, that should work. So as we can see, it is a 9, and this is 28 by 28. And all this is saying is that there's 60,000 of these 28 by 28 images. And this is just represented in unsigned integers, 8-bit unsigned integers. If you guys want more content like this and you guys are interested in this sort of stuff, I actually run a free community for Python developers, school.com/coder, right here. I'm working on a full deep learning course with extra resources, accountability, etc. So you guys can actually learn this stuff finally. But yeah, you guys should join. It's 100% free. There's no downsides. And yeah, peace.